What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Here playing my friend Chosa. Very strong opponent. We played a couple practice games earlier. He's on Blackbeard. I'm on Usopp. This is a matchup that I've had success in the past against. The past few Blackbeards I've played, I've not only won, but I felt like it's been gone pretty well for me. So yeah, looking forward to this matchup. We won the dice roll. I like to go second. I have to think differently about things because he's going to shut off all my on plays. So yeah, I'd like to go second. We have stage. We have Leo Searcher in hand. So we're going to be able to get that off, get some pieces. He taps one for stage, pitches a card, allows him to pitch any card to draw a search top 3 for a Blackbeard Pirate. He grabs the feat, which is a rest to search. We got draw for turn, King Kong Gun. The idea, I'm thinking about whether I should just play the Leo first and rest leader. Like, I can't attack with leader. Like, would it be better to do that? But ultimately, I'm just going to play one for stage, one for Leo. So we search. We can grab a Zoro. I think the move here is either to grab the Zoro and the Freestand Luffy, which is a very good card in this matchup, or to grab the 2K. I probably should grab the 2K. But I'm going to elect to grab the Restand Luffy and the Zoro, and then I got to pitch a card. I probably should pitch the Kyros here, but going to pitch the Zoros. With no on play, I mean, the Kyros stat line's still really good. He swings 5 in the life, we take. He activates stage. I probably should have countered out and given that Frankie, but because it was such a low swing, and keep leader effect life, he's going to grab a Van Augur off of the search of stage, because now he's going to tap 2 for a Doc Q. He's going to be able to pop my Leo, and we're not going to be able to get a draw off. And he passes. Actually, no, he activates This Is My Era, or My Era Begins. Search top 3 for a Blackbeard Pirate. The rest go to your trash. He's going to grab a stronger 2K. And yeah, pass. We grab another Leo, no leader effect, so we could think about what to do. I could play the Zoro here and pop that Doc Q, but I like the idea of playing the Leo, getting another search off, and that Leo can swing into that Doc Q. So we're going to swing 5 life. He takes, no trigger. We're going to tap 1. Thinking about whether I want to play Frankie as well, or whether to play that Zoro, but ultimately going to decide to play the Leo Searcher again. Search top 5. We could grab a 2K. We could grab a Cavendish. I'm grab a Dale blocker. Probably should grab the 2K again. Haven't been grabbing any 2Ks. This is going to be a theme a little bit of this game. But I like the idea I could play the Adeo blocker this turn. I need to pitch a card. I should pitch the Kyros. I'm going to pitch the Rebecca, one of the few cards with counter in my hand. A swing 2 into there, and then I'm going to tap 2 for the Dale, and then I'm going to pass. 6 cards in hand. Again, I think there was multiple mistakes made here where I've had multiple chances to grab 2Ks and haven't, and don't have a lot of counter in hand, and I just pitched a 1K. I like the idea of getting the Cavendish. I think Cavendish is a very strong card in this matchup, but I think the Kyros is one I should have parted with already. He swings 5 into the Leo. We let it die. He's currently at 5 Dawn. He activates stage. He's going to draw a Jesus off of the stage. Jesus is a very strong card for him. It allows him to get an extra 1,000 power for every 4 cards in the trash. Plus, it's pretty much indestructible. It can be bottom decked, but it can't be KO'd by effects. He's going to tap 5 for Kuzan, draw a card, and then play a Shiryu, which pops a 3 cost. on play essentially. It's not on play, but it's essentially on play. Just reading it to make sure it doesn't have any can't be KO'd effects um, similar to Jesus. He does not activate leader effects. So the idea here is we're going to swing 7 life. He's going to take, and then we're going to tap 4 to play the Zoro, establishing a body, resting stage, milling 2, and popping his Shiryu. Just counting the cards in trash, I think we're about 7 or so. Got about 7 or so cards in hand as well. I like my hand currently, but except for the fact that it doesn't have any counter. We currently have only 1k counter, so very vulnerable. That Frankie card I also feel like is a very strong card in this matchup, but it's the only card I have with counter. So I'm probably going to end up pitching it, even though the fact that like it's, again, very strong. Because it's not an on-play effect, it's a blocker, and I can bring something back. I can bring back another searcher, I could bring back a baby blocker. So yeah. He's thinking on what to do. He's going to grab a stage off of stage search. Probably a card he's going to be able to use to pitch for leader effect. He swings 5 and a life, and here's where I give him that Frankie. Now my hand's completely bricked. We're at 5 cards in hand, so leader effect is life if he somehow pops my Zoro. But we are in a very vulnerable and fragile state. He taps 1 for Lafitte. Taps 2. 1 to play it, and then 2 to rest the search. So we now have a rested thing that we can swing into. And he's going to grab a black hole, I believe. Black hole pops or negates a 4 cost, and then pops it. He does activate leader. He taps 5 for a Kuzan. Then he activates leader effect, and he's thinking, oh, I wanted to activate Kuzan's effect. I said I already drew my card. Is that cool? There's no interaction between the card I just drew. So yeah, he activates his effect to get the Jesus out, which is at, I believe, 7,000 power right now. Here I'm at 8 Dawn. This is, I think, a deciding point in the game. I'm going to tap 4 to pick Cavendish to draw 2 trash 1. So I do draw a 2k and clear it. I think I'm going to get greedy here. I think okay. I guess I'm looking at this through hindsight. I'm going to swing 6 in a life. He gives me 2k. I'm going to swing 5 in a life. And he's going to take. So now he's down to 2 life. I'm going to establish another Cavendish. I think it would be better to establish the 7 cost Luffy. I think that was the move, because I'm leaving myself very vulnerable to what we'll see here, which is going to end up costing me the game. He's going to tap 6. He's kind of I'm just thinking about my trash. I think I'm about 8 cards, 9 cards in trash. He activates stage. And he's going to draw a 2k Shiryu. Yeah, he taps 6 for liberation. So he has, if I have 2 or more characters on board, then which I do, he gets to pop an original cost of 6 and an original cost of 4. I'm going to eventually read the card because I know it's original cost of 6, but I wanted to make sure it was original cost of 4 as well, just because the Cavendish is buffed up to 5. So it's just an interesting interaction, but it is original cost of 4 and original cost of 6. So yeah, now he's going to swing 8 into my 6. I'm going to give him all the counter in my hand, which is 2 2Ks. And I'm hoping he doesn't swing into it again with his leader. If he does, we have to let it die because our hand's bricked with 4 cards. But we're getting to the point now where I need to go as wide as possible. He's going to swing 6 into Zoro, and we're going to have to let it die. And he still has 2 still unsteady. He's about to start dropping 10 cost Blackbeards. And I need at this point to be as wide as possible, and my board's about to be cleared. So a mistake in my part going wide with the Cavendishes. I think if I established the 7 cost Luffy, that would have been a much better idea. And then I could have double Cavendish this turn, and then that would put him into a situation where he either liberates or he or he drops the 10 cost. So I think just you could say getting greedy, but yeah, just not playing around Liberation, I guess. And maybe I don't like. Maybe you shouldn't play around Liberation. Here we're gonna swing 7 into life. Now we're going to tap 1 for Rebecca, and then tap 7 for Luffy. I'm expecting him to 10 drop Blackbeard me this turn. That 7 cost Luffy is not going to get to attack. But we do have the Rebecca. He's at 1 life, so as long as he doesn't establish blocker with the King Kong gun, we could potentially go for game next turn. But he just drew a stronger 2k off of Search, so he's probably got at least 3 2ks in hand, and his hand size isn't ridiculously small. It's probably like 6 or 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. I don't think it matters. I think he's only at 1 life. He might be at 2. He swings into life. We draw another brick. Into life again. We draw 1k, and now he establishes the 10 cost Teach. Now my Luffy can attack. He's established a blocker as well. So yeah, then we drew Rebecca. There's really not anything we can do. We're going to lose next turn. Our hand's completely bricked. I'm thinking about the best way to try to go about this. I could play the other 7 cost Luffy and try to put all the King Kong gun in, get up to 12, and try to clear both of his Jesuses. The other card he established was a Vasco Shot, by the way, so a blocker. He's got 2 blockers on board, the 10 cost Teach and the Vasco Shot. So I think the move I'm going to do, which is still we're going to lose next turn regardless. I'm going to swing. Thinking about what to do with this 5k swing, but probably going to swing 5 life. But the idea here is I'm going to play the 7 cost Luffy, King Kong gun it, get it up to 13 attack, swing into his Jesus, which he's going to block with the Vasco, and then swing again, restand it and swing again. He blocks, which I guess is good because now our Luffy play is live in a way. We could, in theory, clear. Here's where we go. We're going to. It's up to 13 now, so we're going to swing into the Jesus. And we have rush into characters due to the stage. So thinking about whether I wanted to swing into the Teach, but yeah, that's way too greedy. We got to swing into the Jesus. It's at 9. We'll swing 9. He gives us the Vasco. We're going to restand it. Even if we were able to clear this Jesus, he could swing 12, 15 per game, and we're probably dead anyways. So this is just like the best, most optimal play. We've already lost this game. We're going to swing again into the Jesus, and he's going to give 2 2Ks, and in the process, that's going to buff his Jesus up another 1k power. So then we pass, and at this point, yeah, we're definitely cooked. We have 5 cards in hand. He's going to swing 9 life. We have to take, and then now he can swing 12, and he's got it. So I think this was a matchup where, first off, I think we got a little bit unlucky in the way we drew, but I feel like I did not set myself up for success. I didn't draw counters. I feel like what I drew off the searches were very greedy, and I should have thought more about counter specifically. I think keeping the Kyros in hand. I kept the Kyros in hand the entire game. It was a brick in my hand the entire game. I think that was very greedy. I think that's just like I need to get better about that. The most interesting play, which I think I got wrong, but I think I understand now why I got it wrong, was I should have established a 7 cost Luffy, not gone as wide as possible. Then I could have gone wide the next turn, and on his 10 Don turn, if he liberates me on 10 Don turn, he's not playing a 10 cost Teach. So, and at that point, he wouldn't be able to get rid of my 7 cost Luffy, and I could double King Kong gun him. So yeah, I think that was a more interesting decision. I think I just need to respect liberation until 10 Don turn, and then if he liberates me on 10 Don, hey, at least he didn't teach me. But yeah, I think I learned a lot from this game. I think this was a very interesting match. Credit to my opponent. Chose a very strong opponent, and he took advantage of all my mistakes. But yeah, let me know in the comments anything else I missed. I feel like I made a lot of mistakes this game, but I feel like I learned from them. So yeah, but thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you next time.